What's up, guys? Today we're going to be reviewing Punch It, followed by Scratch It. We're going to do the unboxing, show you guys my figure, give you guys my honest review, in depth, in detail, and yeah, let's get into it. We're going to start off with the little one first. As you already know, this is Scratch It. Scratch It does not come with Punch It. Actually, Scratch It comes part of the power drill cycle, which is not including Archer, but it's just power drill cycle, and that's the only way you could get a hold of Scratch It. So Scratch It, you know, she's a female Gorgonite, for you guys who didn't know. Her ability is she has this little, you can kind of go, but it's like a hole in there, and she attaches to the power drill car, and she's able to tag along with Archer. In the film, she jumps up and down, uses Punch It's horns like head to shoot herself forward like a slingshot. They should have really made Punch It's horn a little bit more wider and thicker like the film, but I guess he's not as big. But either way, you know, if you put her on his head, it looks a little bit out of it. I actually purchased a already used Punch It. If you put her on his head, it just looks a little bit out whacked, you know, like she's too tall for his head. She's basically bigger than his entire head, if you could see, but it don't really look too good. They should have maybe made his head bigger. Even if you rested her on top of his back, it still doesn't look too, you know, well. The horns, like I said, could have been opened up a bit more wider, and they could have been thicker, longer in a way. And her legs are way too long. But yet again, Punch It is more of a figure that's a deluxe figure, and it more people care more about Punch It than Scratch It. Not to say Scratch It isn't important, but you know, he has more of the ability, and without him, Scratch It really wouldn't have no purpose in the film like she did. But before we get to the unboxing, let's just look at the figure out of the box. His arms do articulate 360 for those of you guys who didn't know. His head goes down, up. Again, that's down, up. Basically turns around as well, 360. Same thing in the other side. What you see here is part of a missile launcher. The accessories are only included if you get them unboxed. In-box, sorry. If you get them out like this, you most likely won't find the accessories. He turns around 360 as well, his entire upper body, which is pretty cool. His legs do not articulate, the small ones. But he has a tendency, I guess, since he's like a rhino type of Gorgonite figure, you hunch him over and you're able to shoot the cannon or the missile from his back straight forward. So if you could kind of check that out, look how that looks. Pretty neat. Again, Punch It and Slam Fist are both deluxe figures from what I was told. He comes with the missile on his back, which is here, and a claw, which you don't think you guys could see. I'm pulling it out with my fingers, but it's the claw he comes and he has in the film as a weapon. So if we look at the box, it's pretty neat, pretty cool. It's being descriptive here. It says, place the peg on the underside of the claw until the hole in the figure's right into the hole of the figure's right arm. Load the projectile all the way into the launcher. Hold as shown. Press quickly on the end of the projector to fire. So the claw is just basically there for show and tell, but the projectile launcher on his back actually does shoot. If you go to the stats, it says punch it with firing, assault cannon, function, defense, strategistic, specialty, colossal size and power. Punch it is the Gorgonite gentle giant. Is the Gorgonite's gentle giant, but do not let the gentle fool you. When the Commando Elite attack, Punch It becomes one of the Gorgonite's most powerful and dangerous warriors. His sidekick is Scratch It, who often rides on his back and uses Punch It's head as a giant slingshot. Pretty cool. Let's get onto the unboxing. Oh wow. It also comes with... This is the first time I'm unboxing it. I gotta connect off of it. It comes with this, which is Kenner's Hasbro figure toys, advertising them in a little magazine type of way. One thing I have to say is that when I ordered the brand new 12-inch electric talking Chip Hazard, he also did come with this. So it's pretty cool to see this. So they're advertising, you know, Star Wars and all that sort of stuff that Hasbro creates. Dinosaur robots, you know, Batman from the film. If we go to the small soldiers, which I have done it before, it's advertised here. Okay, so it's the same type of advertisement for small soldiers. We're getting each one. Again, these are deluxe. Anytime you will see a vehicle of small soldiers, like the Power Drill Cycle that includes Scratch It, it's a deluxe figure. Slam Fist, Punch It, they're deluxe figures. It's just, you know, ground assault vehicle deluxe figure. It's the same type of advertisement I saw before. I want to see one where it includes the older toy line that's part of the last Small Soldier toy line, which includes Kip Killigan, Power Changing, Frankenstein, Power Changing Archer. I kind of want to see one where it advertised that, because the latest figure we see here advertised is the Nick Nitro, which in parentheses, and it says available in parentheses fall 2098, and that has a Commando that came later on. But if we take him out of the box, put that box right over there. A quick second. Here's the figure. Maybe now you guys can see the claw a lot better with the missile. This is gonna take a minute. Bear with me. Do this as quick as possible. No need to stop or slow down whatsoever. That actually was quicker than I thought it would be. But we're done with that. Now we could just yank him a bit, pull him out. There he is, brand new. Feels amazing. I mean, it's identical, like I said. I guess the used one has been played with so much that it kind of hunches over like that. Like it just hunches over. While the new one, since it hasn't been played, it could stand on its feet and not hunch over. Pretty neat, pretty cool. The claw, it has a hole, so you'll place the claw like so. I'm a little disappointed. Kind of thought the claw would have surpassed his arm a bit. It doesn't look like, oh my gosh, it keeps falling out. It doesn't look like it could surpass his arm. So kind of like hook the Commando, it just stays on like that. It's not as long as I would expect, as I expected it to be. Still, like you could see, it doesn't surpass his hand whatsoever. And if we get to the launcher, take a quick second. Okay, that's that. If we get to the launcher, he's able to put it on his back as so. Wherever his head goes, that's where the launcher ends up going as well. That keeps falling out. So again, he's hunched over. I'm just leave that because it keeps falling out. Wherever his head goes, the launcher soon to follow. And it said something about pulling it back. I don't know what it means, but okay, I got it. So you just, with your hand on the back, you would shoot it and let me fire. Pretty cool, not bad. I like the accessory. It's one thing I was really missing. This keeps falling out. Dope. It kind of looks like a I don't know what that is. It looks like a gem or like a rock that's cracked, and it's attached to the spear-like missile. Again, you just press down on it and it shoots. Paint job's pretty neat. My only complaint, I actually have two complaints. My main complaint is the horn. It's not big enough, but yet again, it wasn't meant for Scratch-It to be behind on his head. But again, it's not big enough in a way. I mean, his head is a little bit small, could have been a little bit bigger. It's a complaint on terms of looks, but it doesn't take away from the figure or toy. It doesn't take away from his performance. And then the claw will kind of always fall out rather than staying in place. Like the missile would stay in place more than the actual claw. The claw will fall out more. And with the claw, it doesn't surpass his hand, so I can't use him to swipe other commandos. I could only probably use him to hit commandos with the outer part of the claw. Like, I don't know if he did that in the film, but that's about it. This is my Punch It and Scratch It review. I'll be covering some vehicles real soon in this channel. For now, we're gonna just go through as much 6 inches figures as possible. Next up will be Archer, the original one. I wish I got my hands on the battle changing Archer, but I don't think I would even open him. I opened the Kip Killigan. I don't regret it because I still like feeling how it feels. But aside from that, this is the review of Punch It and Scratch It. Tune in next week for the Archer review, and yeah, enjoyed it.